Hey everybody. Oh god. Holy shit. What's going on? It's the Sesh with Stevie. I'm Stevie Harkins. Today is gonna be a dope episode because we got Suppy. He's gonna be our first community member spotlight. And basically what that means is it's just gonna be like a little spotlight we're gonna have for members of the community that kind of just like stand out and show a lot of love and throw down dope edits and kind of should get their following up. So this is like, you know what I mean? It's like we gotta show love to all writers doing big things in the community. Suppy writes for Beef Decks and one other brand I cannot remember. We'll talk to him in a little bit, but of course we gotta start the show off with the usual news. The news. What is going on? Hang on real quick though. I don't think I did any of my Twitch editing. I just kind of went live, and now we're doing it. You know what I mean? We're just live and we're doing it. Yeah, let me just make sure that it says at Suppy.Fb real quick for the title. Scoop diddy whoop diddy scoop. Scoop. Whoop. Whoop scoop. Anyways, okay. So we got that all set up. Pretty much what's going on is I've had an episode every day this week almost. So I think there's nothing too much going on other than what did I say? Other than like a bunch of clips that everybody's been loading in the community. I've been like there's been like, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but there's been like a huge upswing in like collab and like edits in the community, and I feel like that's super awesome. It's been like everybody's getting active, you know what I mean? Everybody's like producing content recently, and it's super awesome to look at. And I'm really excited to see what the community has to hold every time they post new stuff. So yeah. Other than that, though, I don't think there's like any crazy critical drops right now, other than like the restock of monorails and things like that. And then Gohard's got a bunch of American style boards for the 4th of July. So if you're trying to cop some of that stuff, it's looking good. Yeah. Other than that, it's not nothing else too crazy going on. So we're gonna go ahead and start the interview, I believe. And we'll give Suppy a call. First I gotta do the Sesh advertisements really quick. Yeah, if you're a company and you're looking to do advertising with the Sesh, or you're like a writer or anything like that, and you're looking to just kind of have like an advertisement or a video or whatever you would like played before the episode starts, and it'll be posted with the podcast and the YouTube post and things like that, feel free to message me, and we can get that going for you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the interview. We'll give Suppy a call right now. Gonna have our lovely Skype jingle again. We've been having a lot of Skype stuff recently.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not a lot. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Oh wait, let me move this down. We are started, not starting. How you been today? You been doing all right?
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of try to post about this, but I work a full-time job Monday through Friday, and this week and last week I've had to go to work at 2 hours early, which is 5:30
I
in the
feel
morning.
you.
So it's been rough. I've been trying to bust out some shit and just, try to put out as much content as I can. But
Yeah, getting
I'm
work
going back
done.
to my normal schedule.
I feel that, dude. Getting work done and also like getting real life work done. The balance is critical, and I totally understand that grind. Pretty much, dude. I feel like you're our first like true like community spotlight member, where like I really wanted to make sure I got you on the show and talk about how much like love and support like you reciprocate even as a competitive writer, and like in like a content producer, I guess you can say. Basically, I'd like you to start off by like talking about yourself a little bit.
Okay. Well, first off, thank you very much, because this is like it's super crazy to me, because I'm just a 25-year-old from Ohio that has tech decked since I was 10 years old, same amount of time as I've been skateboarding. Right. And like I don't know, there was a time I got real into it, but like a buddy of mine, he and I, we were just riding around on broken knuckles, just fucking around on uh, made obstacles.
Right.
Like, I don't know, it was just bottom of the barrel stuff, but we just had the time of our lives doing it. And everyone made fun of us, and we didn't even care. But we started. I play music a lot, and currently right now I'm not doing anything musically. But back then, the reason why I stopped fingerboarding was because I started a band and we got really serious, and I kind of just fell off. And then one day I picked it up about, well, it was back in like December or something like that.
Okay.
I picked up my old broken knuckle, and I first try, haven't used it in like 2 years. First try, just kickflip no slide on my ledge, and I was like, okay, I should probably start doing this again.
Yeah, right. This is fun. Like it's been like
And
it's
then
been.
yeah, like it just took off, and like I wanted to comment on when you said like a competitive rider. I guess I'm not competitive when it comes to this stuff. Like the first and foremost, like for this interview, anything that I say, like I just want everybody to know, like you need to have fun. That's all this is about, is just having fun. Like
Right, right,
I
right.
I didn't go, like if you watched me from the start, I never went around being like, oh, sponsor me, sponsor this, blah blah blah. Like
Right.
it's not what it's being sponsored is not what it's about. Like it's just
Exactly.
grinding and showing love, and I mean like that's what happened with both my sponsors, and that the one sponsor you're talking about is Classified Tape.
Yeah, classified tape. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Right, right.
Finger Koala, he rides with me.
Right, yeah. You guys are kind of like the only people that ride for that company, right?
There's also a dude named It's Disco.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Right. No, I
Yeah,
know him. I know him.
he rides with us too, and he's one of the coolest dudes.
Yeah, no, his parts,
But
his clips are pretty impressive. Definitely.
yeah, yeah.
Riding with
I
those
picked up
two.
one.
Go ahead.
I picked up one of his ledges. He makes ledges. He typically rides one in his, and I know Ben B FB has one too, and Finger Koala has one, and it's the coolest ledge because he like makes the brick out of it.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. The bricking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
pretty
looks really
dope.
nice.
And like paints it, and then it like wears.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. I've seen some people. I've seen Ben and his it's Disco's like actual like clips using his like part pieces, I guess you can say,
Hmm.
and it looks really like really nice, like nicely made. I didn't know that he actually like made them himself. I actually wasn't looking that closely into it, but that's
Yeah.
interesting. With those two riders though, with Finger Koala, it's Disco and uh, I'm totally spacing.
PHBFB.
Yeah, PHB. Yeah, with all those guys riding with you, like how do you guys kind of have like? Do you guys have like a process of like riding together, or coming up with like clip releases, timing, or anything like that, or do you guys kind of do your own thing?
Well, see, the thing is like when I first started back in December, like posting and stuff like that. Those two were the first two that I thought were like big riders, which I
Right.
mean they are absolutely huge riders. Like if you don't know them, you need to check them out. Finger Koala and PHBFB, they are
Definitely.
amazing.
Definitely.
And I just followed them on a live, and we just started kicking it. And then all of a sudden, we just got into a group chat and started talking and a bunch of stuff. And they just added me to the group, and we went through it for a couple of months. I got a couple of sponsor packs. Excuse me. I had a couple sponsor packs, and I still have some of the tape from it. And like, it's great tape. I love the tape. But before I got sponsored by him, I honestly was just gonna strictly use skate grip,
Right.
and I started using that. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick with foam for a little while because this is awesome. And
Yeah,
like,
it feels nice. Yeah. No, I
yeah,
understand that. And then getting involved with certain people, it's more of like not so much a decision driver, but it's like you know who you associate with, and it's like, oh, I want to support people that I know make this, so it's like it's kind of
right.
easier to push that kind of concept. With those guys though, and like the how was it like getting in contact with Beef Decks and Classified Tape? Like, what was that process for you personally? Was it just like showing love and like riding their product, or was it kind of like a different process for you?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's too well known. I think Finger Koala said it. PHBFB actually owns Classified. I actually do remember him talking about it because Pat started it, and while Adonis was next to him, and they were talking about it, and started Adonis like he was quote unquote sponsored. But
Right.
so just talking with them, we became good friends, and Pat came to me out of nowhere and was just like, "Hey, I want to put you on the team because it's not just because I want to see you sponsored. It's mostly because you show love and you want to just like I want to start making something out of
Yeah,
this. And so
reciprocating that love.
yeah,
Yeah, and like I
exactly.
always argue with or tell with everybody, like it's all about like you're doing a service for the company too. So go ahead.
Right. And so basically, with classified as far as right now, like the company has kind of come to a halt. The team has kind of come to a halt because Finger Koala has been in Japan for the past like 6 months, I
Exactly.
think, something like that. He just finished college and he was in Japan,
Yeah.
like, and so it was tough trying to do stuff like it's Disco and I did a collab, Pat and I did a collab. I still have to do a collab with Finger Koala, and we're going to soon. So check that out, Sunday Sessions. And side note, we'll get to Sunday Sessions because I do want to talk about that on this.
Right.
But um, so it kind of just slowed down a little bit after Rendezvous, and because I wasn't able to go, we had a huge plan of me going, and it didn't work out.
Right. You
But
like plans kind of got caught up, and it was supposed to be
yeah,
kind of like a
and
gathering point.
I will say that the gears are slowly turning again, and we're starting to get some more content. PHBFB is actually back in the community. He was gone for a little bit trying to figure out some life stuff,
Right.
and now he's all set and he's back, and he's gonna start producing some mad content.
Awesome. That's awesome to
So
look forward to.
transitioning from classified to beef decks, I started in December and beef decks started in January, I think, or something like that, or around the same time.
Yeah, I think that's what I remember him saying.
And the company itself, it's like immediately they followed me, and I was just like, oh, this is a cool company. That's like a funny name, that's sweet. And then I read their bio, and it said 10% goes to charity and cancer research, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that hits home because I just lost my grandma a year ago from lung cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And actually, the first stock that I was actually able to buy from Beef Dex went towards lung cancer, and I was really happy about that. So,
Nice.
um, but with that, it's just I don't know. I liked his company from the start, and I just wanted to see him rise the way he has been and is going to. And I just tagged him in everything. And from the beginning to this day, I literally, before I post anything, he sees the clip. Like he's the only person that sees it before I post anything.
Nice.
And
That's a cool relationship to
I,
have.
I yeah, no, and it was before I got sponsored by him too. And yeah, I wait for his feedback and then I post it.
Right.
Like that's just how it's been. And he's always had just the most positive feedback and has just loved my progression, and I love just his progression and the way that his boards are, because it's not like I got a fingerboard from the first stock, but I still have been supporting since the first stock.
Yeah.
And once I finally got a board, like the game changed for me because I'm plugging for him right now. This is literally the best board that I've ever used. Like
Hmm.
I've had plenty of different boards, and I've had some sent to me that people wanted me to try out, and I've had a lot of really really good boards, but I have 4 beef decks, and I I can't put them down. Like it's one of those boards like you just put your fingers on it, and it's everything you do is literal magic.
Yeah, it's something you can click with immediately. That's good that you like the
Right.
product that he's sending to you is immediately something like some people like don't realize that like the company they support isn't something that like they don't make something crafted to how they ride, but like
Right.
yours is kind of fit up perfectly. And that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, no, it was amazing, and I got like I ordered the first deck from him, and from the first stock, he had this deck called the Who deck. That was his first graphic that he ever dropped,
Right.
and I was instantly in love. It's just a pink and blue, and at the bottom, it's got like a yellow and black checker, and then it's got this black and white woman's face with like an abstract pink and blue like stuff over top of her face,
Oh yeah.
and um, I fell in love with the deck, and so the stock that I bought my first deck from was the last stock that he was selling that graphic. And I wanted the graphic, but I liked the other graphic better. It was called the Endless Graphic. It has Marilyn Monroe, and it's underneath it
Yeah, I
says
know that
people.
one.
Yeah, that one. I love that graphic. And so I got my package and I opened it up, and it I don't know if anybody knows this, but in each stock he makes an extra board and he puts it in someone's package.
Oh,
Like you'll
that's
get a
awesome.
second deck. Yeah, but it's completely random. Like you'll never know if you're gonna get it or not. And I happened to get one, and he gave me a Who graphic, and it was the
Nice.
coolest shit. And like that's when I knew like our relationship was like to another level.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
so
The Willy Wonka aspect that you got the extra deck. That's
right, and like so like through that I kept supporting. I started producing some of my best stuff. I learned nollie and switch heels on these boards. I could not do them for the life of me until I got a beef deck. I swear to God.
Hey, there you go,
It,
kids that can't nollie. There you go, the secret
yeah,
plug.
nollie switch heel. All you need is a beef deck, man. It's got the perfect dips. It's got the perfect just concave. Boom. But so yeah, so I asked him. I was like, I don't know if you really do customs or anything, but like I just really really want an all maple blank deck. Could you do that for me? He's like,
Nice.
I don't do customs, but you're the homie. Like you're one person that like I would actually do that for. And like I'm sorry everybody, but like he's not doing customs yet.
Not
So
yet, not yet. You
not
gotta,
yet. So
this is like a homie favor.
yeah, I got a little bit of special treatment, but this is where the twist comes in. The day before I got my package, he and I just messaging back and forth because I think I sent him a clip. I don't know, I was a little drunk and I sent him a clip and I was just super hyped on it. He's like, "Oh, dude, that's so sick." And he's like, "All right, I got a question for you." I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "How do you feel about being on the team? Because it's been a long time coming." And like sent again, long time coming. And I was like, "What?" I'm sitting in my room and like I'm sorry, but like I started crying a little bit because it was a dream come true. You know,
Yeah,
I've been
riding for the
supporting
guy
this.
that you wanna that's the team you want to ride for.
Yeah, I've been supporting this company, and just I like he said like, and it's not even just because I was trying to like dick ride him or anything like that. It's just because I love the company. Like I would always post about his stocks. I've even like actually physically posted, not just like story post, but like physically posted a stock.
Right.
Like the one that I bought from, I posted that one for sure. And like it's just it's all love. Everything
Yeah, dude, that's
is
awesome.
all love. So
No, that's
I
cool
mean,
that you clicked with your brand immediately. Like a lot of people fall into their sponsor or like recently I will say this, like you and Clutch FB, like I'm so happy and hyped for you guys getting on the teams that you guys have been, pushing for so hard, and like that's
right.
like why I specifically, like there's reasons why people like come on the show, you know what I mean? And it's just like I really appreciate the love you show the scene and like how much you work, to show,
Absolutely.
with the likes and everything, and like how much you a lot of people think that's small, but like to actually look at other people's footage is like I feel like a lot of people don't take the time out of their day to actually appreciate other people's footage and not just fingerboard themselves. So yeah, dude, that's really appreciative and
Right.
like your skill
No,
itself,
like
But going from that, who are some of your like kind of personal inspirations, whether it be writers or just like people you ride with or companies or anything like that, that like inspire your fingerboarding? I guess.
Um, well, I mean, if you've followed me for a while, like it's no joke, and honestly, anybody can say what they can because it's my opinion and it's also your opinion. But like TayFB, that he's my favorite rider. Lit FB, he's my one of my favorite riders.
Right. They're
Uh,
clean. They're clean as hell.
they're the cool. They're and two of the coolest dudes. Like I talk to TayFB all the time. Like I send him clips. He comments on all my stuff, and like he's one of the coolest dudes. He's really down to earth, and like I don't understand why everybody hates on him. Like his style is probably one of the most unique styles I've ever seen because of the way he does it. You know, he's been
Right.
doing it for a long time. So he's got his own style. Whereas like same
Exactly.
with like finger ups. That dude. I mean, if he's not your favorite fingerboarder, like why are you fingerboarding? Like, it doesn't matter if that dude like I I don't know if anybody realizes this, but I go for realism. Like realism is a big key for like me to be like super interested in like your clips. It's not
Right.
that like I'm not watching, and it's not that I like dislike your clips. Like there's a lot of people that do like super unrealistic stuff that I'm sitting there, I'm like, wow. Like Curb Cut or Tony Hawk's Pro Fingers, that guy. He did that weird Wally like impossible tail slide or whatever. I don't even know how to explain it, but he like wrapped the board up a wall and around his finger and then tail slid and like kick flipped out or some shit. It's unrealistic, but it's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I feel you have more of an appreciation of things that like can compare to the real side of skateboarding, and that's like
Right.
that's a branch in the tree of skateboarding. I feel, you know what I mean, like,
And I
or
like,
not skateboarding, fingerboarding. It's like it's
right.
it's like a style you appreciate. You know, not everybody likes just one specific way. You know.
Exactly. And it's like, but the reason, like, I'll throw it right out there. The only reason why I like to do it the way that I do it and like to see it the way that I want to see it is because I've been skateboarding for so long that like that's just what it's supposed to look like to me.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. I feel that aspect. Yeah.
Like these feather flips that people do around their fingers or whatever the hell. Like, show me that in real life. Wrap your board in between your legs and kick back and forth, and then drop it and land on it. Like, it's cool as hell to see that stuff. It's cool. Not gonna lie. Especially if you can do it in like a really cool combo or some crazy shit. But like, show me that in real life.
No, I feel that's a dope argument to have for like why you feel realism. You know, because there's always those memes and like jokes about like why people like their style of fingerboard. Well, I don't know what you would call, like, I wouldn't say unrealistic, but more like tailored to just like fingerboarding style, or like the emulation of professional skateboarding. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like a lot of, I feel, it's a joke to some people, but it's just like that's a good argument to have, for both sides, so it's just like some people say why not push it all the way to the edge, but you can also argue why not stay true to what the root of what this hobby is, so that's very true.
Exactly.
Coming from
I have
no, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Like I have like my trash clips. I don't post them. I don't show them to anybody. They literally go in. They get deleted, and then I go to my recently deleted and delete that. It's gone from my phone. If it's not clean, it's not getting posted. Like, sometimes if it's relatively clean but still like super trash, I'll post it on my story.
Right.
Like,
yeah, the story
I posted,
throwaway.
oh yeah, no, I posted it was like a 3-shove nose slide down a ledge down my 8 stair, and I posted on my story. I was like, I'll post this for real when I get it, but that's not until I get it,
Hang on, sorry, my roommate is asking me.
That's all right.
Anyways,
yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, no, I totally handled it. I have work later, and he was asking me a question about it. With that though, going off that style of realism and going off that style of like this or that, is there any other things in fingerboarding that you kind of prefer over the other? I guess you could say, like, some people like are you, like you said earlier, you're like a cleanliness only, like you're not gonna post like a sloppy clip. Are you also, does that mean like you won't, like, I guess like in games of skate, like a lot of people don't count like anything that where you'll catch it on the back of your fingernail or anything like that? Is there anything other like specific things that you're kind of picky about?
I mean, like, I've actually talked about this, and I have no problem talking about this whatsoever, because it's just like it needs to be known for what it is. All right, so say you're doing a backside flip. It's hard to explain it without like actually showing it, but like, say you're doing a backside flip, okay?
Right.
If your board gets, I'm gonna just demonstrate it to myself so I can just explain it correctly. If your board gets to about, you need it to be more than 90 degrees rotated and landed if you're gonna skirt it back around to get it to come back like clean.
Yeah.
It's got to be well over 90 degrees.
Yeah, a lot of people just do a flip trick and then just completely revert their hand, like just turn.
Dude, it's a kickflip. That's a kickflip revert. That is a kickflip revert. I don't care what you say. It is a kickflip revert, and that is the biggest pet peeve that I have. And I see people do it, and I'm not calling anybody out. First and foremost, I am not calling anyone out for doing it the way that you want to do it, because this is fingerboarding, and this is what you want to do, and it's all about love. So, that being said, it's a kickflip revert.
No, for real, yeah.
But what else was I gonna say? There was one more thing that I wanted to say about that.
Your pickiness, yeah.
Yeah, no, because the way that, like, I posted about that, like, there was one day I saw a couple posts like in a row of people doing like kickflip reverts, and they're like backside flip. I was like, no, it's not a backside flip. So I posted on my story. I was like, if you do a backside flip and you don't catch it more than 90 degrees and then rotate, or catch it fully 180 degrees around, which is what I've tried to perfect in my videos,
Right.
because that's the most real that you can get with it. Like, yeah, there's real skateboarders that catch it at like 145 degrees and turn it to the 180.
Yeah, but you can't do that off like a grind, or like there's this aspect of realism.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like even in that, like if I do a backside flip out of a grind and I'm still at about say, I don't know, like 100 degrees, I'm just gonna ride straight back instead of turning and then trying to go straight. You know what I mean? That's more real to me than actually turning and trying to get the revert, or
Right.
actually just doing a full complete revert. So like, I don't know.
I get that.
That to me is one thing. Okay, yeah. And one thing that I did want to say about that though is when I posted about that on my story, this dude came at me, and I can't remember his name. And also, it's good that I don't know his name because I wouldn't say it anyway. But I can't remember who it was. But he came at me and he's like, I've been skateboarding for 15 plus years, and there's no such thing as a revert.
What?
I was like, dude, I've been skating for 15 years and I could probably show you 4 million clips from the X Games alone where they say something, where they say they landed something revert.
Exactly.
You know, like,
You could go like Tony Hawk, like in like like in like
in
the
the
half fight.
games,
Yeah.
even in skate, they have a revert. Like in the most realistic skateboarding game you can play, they have the trick revert. Because
Exactly.
you can land a heel flip and then skirt right back around, because the joystick, you can do that.
That guy was memeing you.
Probably. Oh my god, dude!
That guy had to be memeing.
I don't know if he was trolling me or not, but this dude, like, he seemed for real, because he kind of seemed heated, like banana avocado heated. You know?
Yeah, no, like he
like
was.
There's no such thing as a revert. There's no such thing.
He hit you with the "I'm a Navy SEAL" meme, and I have like 180 confirmed kills. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but he was probably doing it like the skateboard. Oh, dude, I've been skateboarding since the Dogtown days, and I can tell you there's no such thing as revert. I think even then there was reverts in the bowls,
oh,
bro.
Dude, of course. You go up into a bowl and you do what's that called? It's like I don't know, like a slappy revert, you know?
You can
like,
just do like a
bowl.
an axle stall and revert back in. Like there's so many. Anyways, before we roast this dude into eternity.
I know, yeah, we gotta stop, because like I'm sorry, like I do have my opinions about things, and like if you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. I'm not gonna lie. But like, I mean, if you don't like it, don't follow me. You know, like that's I'm real. I like realism when it comes to skateboarding. I like realism when it comes to fingerboarding, and I'm just a real person.
I feel that, dude. No, that's
I
transparent
throw it all
with his
out
wants and needs, you know. With that though, and I keep saying with that, transitioning off that, I should say. Is there any like clips, or are you coming up with any new? I guess I should say content, or is there any new exciting things coming out your way? Like I guess in the next couple weeks or so.
Well, basically, whenever I film, like every clip or every like edit or clip or anything that I post, I filmed that day or the day before.
Oh wait, shout out to Chris Daniels popping into the chat.
What up, CD player?
What's going on, brother?
Dude. Hell yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, Sophie.
Yeah, no, so whenever I post clips or anything, or edits or anything like that, it's usually filmed, edited, and posted same day. So like it's not like I have clips like harbored in my phone. Like I don't have that much memory. Like most times I actually run out of memory filming, and I have to sift through my shit and get everything like sent down and delete a bunch of stuff.
That's a real issue.
I know, like you do not know the real struggle of fingerboarding until you have to sit and waste a half hour trying to delete shit so you can try one trick for 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Like you gotta delete the clips from the last time you tried for 3 hours, you know?
Right. But no, like when it comes down to that, like, and this is where I'm going to get into the Sunday session. A couple weeks ago, I decided to start doing something like that because, again, I work a full-time job Monday through Friday. So through the week, I try to post it at least like a short edit or a couple of clips, you know? So that way, Friday night when I get off work, I'll usually film a fat edit and I'll post it Saturday, and I'll keep some of the better tricks for Sunday.
Okay.
And so basically Sunday, if I don't post at all throughout the week, just know that Sunday I will have a an edit every Sunday.
Okay.
But
That's awesome.
every other Sunday I try to feature people. So a lot of my Sunday sessions have been collabs, but I try to put a little bit more people in spotlight. Like I did one with Butterfingers,
Oh
who
yeah,
just
he's
yeah,
good.
shout
He's
out
talented.
Butterfingers. He just got on Genuine, so shout him out because he's
Awesome. Yeah, dude,
that
that's a
dude.
good pickup too. Genuine. That's a smart move.
That dude has got some of the realest style I've ever seen. It's underscore Butterfingers underscore. But I did one with him. I did one. My most recent one I did with Tuna Fish Barbecue, and I sent him clips and I gave him full reign to edit, and it came out amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, that he's a young kid. He's up on the grind, and he's a big lover and supporter of the scene. And that dude, he's got some wicked style. And then I did one with Beef Decks. So that so
Awesome. Oh
far,
yeah, yeah. I forgot that he's got clips coming out as well.
yeah, no, he's not just a board maker. He's a board rider too. Like that, he's pretty good. I enjoy watching some of his stuff. So, because like every now and again, like he won't really post, but he'll send me clips, and it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. So he's in there. He's in there as much
Oh
as he
yeah,
can be. He's in there.
yeah. But
Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, I have people that I want to feature, and I've talked to people about being featured, and um, it's just a matter of time because I try to go every other week featuring somebody.
Okay.
So,
That's awesome.
but like I'm trying to get fingerboard connoisseur because
Casey's awesome.
Casey and I are really good friends, and there's a couple people in this big group chat that Casey and I are a part of that I want to get a part of, and I'm not really going to mention anybody else that's in it, but there's some OGs in there, and it's kind of surreal that I get to be a part of that. And let's see who else. Who else? I've talked to Brian TFB, and I think I might feature him soon. I just gotta. He runs a tight ship
Oh
when it
yeah,
comes to
he's got clips to put up. You know.
he's whether it be skateboarding, raw clips, or actual edits. Like he's got a lot of stuff, and I understand that. So like I'm gonna get a hold of him relatively soon. So be on the lookout for something like that.
Okay, definitely. That sounds awesome. All those collabs would sound like an amazing thing to watch. Like like good clips.
Yeah,
Consistency.
and like I said, I try to spread it out so like every other one. So like the odd ones that I do, those are all just me, and I try to put like bangers, like Najus and Enders.
Exactly. Well,
So
okay, so we're coming up on 35 minutes, so I want to
oh,
ask
are
you
we?
two more. Yeah, I want to ask you two more questions.
Holy crap!
Um, what the first question is, you like I asked kind of Clutch this yesterday, or yeah, I think it was yesterday, kind of, and I kind of want to go off that question because it's kind of cool for people that just got on their like dream team, with Beef, you and Beef, and then
Yeah.
running for Classified, both awesome teams that kind of like push your level of fingerboarding. Are there any other brands that you kind of have your eye on, or kind of like want to show some love to, and maybe make the move towards, or are you kind of just satisfied where you're at right now?
See, I'm definitely satisfied where I'm at right now, and realistically, like you can't get sponsored by BRTs, you know, like you can,
Yeah.
but you have to be like so good. I don't even want to get into that. Like
Yeah,
that,
that
that's
like
kind of
god
it's
tier.
kind of a harsh topic, So it's not, and like I don't know. I just when it comes to being sponsored, I really just look at board companies. Like having a bushing company would to be sponsored by would be sweet. The grip company's awesome. I like it because I mean I never run out of grip. So like that, like having a grip company and having a board company, I feel are pretty good
Yeah,
like
you're kind of
sponsors.
set.
But like there's not really many wheel companies you can be sponsored by. There's not many actual, like there are bushing companies, but a lot of them are very underground. And I personally I like Tech Deck O-rings. Like I ride the loosest trucks you'll ever see. Like
Oh,
I
so you
say,
like the little stiff O-rings that give you wiggle room, you know?
oh yeah, no, like my board. If there was a graphic, it would have the most disgusting wheel bite. Like that's how loose this stuff is. Like
Jeez.
I ride skateboards that loose too.
Oh man.
Like, yeah, like I ride super loose, and again that comes into the realism thing.
Okay,
But
I got you.
yeah, there's not many truck companies or wheel companies. So to answer your question, there's not really anything that I'd like to be sponsored by, I guess. Like there are companies that I like to support, like Fingerboard Connoisseur. I support Black Velvet. I've been riding that a lot lately, even though yes, I do have a tape company that I ride for. It's
Yeah, you're
good to
still
support.
experimenting with product, you know.
Yeah, I like experimenting with product, and
Supporting
it's
the
good to,
scene.
yeah, it's good to support your homies. And like I said, Casey's a really good dude. Like I ordered 4 sheets and he gave me 5 and like a million stickers. You know, so like
The Casey way.
yeah, exactly. But yeah. So I mean, I'm set. I'm very content right now. So when it comes to being sponsored, and again, like I never looked for it. I was not looking for it. I've never asked once. I when I was wanting to be on Beef, I hinted. I was like, oh, if you sponsor me, wink, wink.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Joking, yeah. It kind of had that
it
joking tone, you know. You're
yeah,
not
but I
really
mean,
like serious.
if you were close to me and saw what I was doing with Beef, like you kind of like everybody knew when he posted like, guess who the new rider is. He said that he got 30 DMs that night saying Suppy.Fb.
No, people already knew what
Like
was up.
yeah, like everybody knew, and it was the craziest shit. So
That's awesome. All right,
yes,
and following that up, I gotta ask you this. Ask everybody the same question. The final question.
yeah.
When you're done fingerboarding, or like when you like kind of are done posting or making content, whatever that day may come or be, what is the one thing you want to leave behind with Suppy.Fb? Like, what is the one impact or like effect or like influence you want to leave on the scene?
Um. Well, I guess it would kind of be two things because I keep saying it's all about love. I just want everybody to understand that like when you fingerboard, as harsh as it is to say, it's a toy.
Yeah,
It is a toy.
exactly,
Bottom line. So when it comes down to it, you need to just have fun because when you were playing with toys when you were 5 years old, you were having fun. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I want that to be left, and I want people to look at it and be like, "Wow, that dude's tray flip looks like his real tray flip." Like I posted in that tray video that I collabed with Butterfingers.
Exactly.
So like I want people to see realism, and I want people to see love. That's all it is.
No, dude, that's awesome, dude. That's like a really positive outlook, and like, I feel like I hope you're. I mean, I feel like you're already leaving that kind of influence behind already. But like,
Yeah,
yeah, with that, like, I want to give you the end here to finish up, and then also say like any shout outs or show any love to any people that are kind of like supporting you. You know what I mean?
right. Okay. Well, basically, I want to shout out the entire fingerboard community because again, that like I joined this community a while back and I've gotten nothing but love, and I that's all I want to return is I just want love around this community. There's a lot of dislike, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of scams, there's a lot of bullshit, and
Right.
that's not what it's about. Like there's been times where I've been like, hey, I'm gonna just switch to YouTube and like post a clip and be like, posted a video on YouTube. Like there's been times where I wanted to just leave and be,
Right.
but I keep coming back because of the love. But basically, my shout outs are just shout out my sponsors. You guys know who you are. Everybody knows who they are. Shout out all my friends. I want to shout out my squad foreskin. You guys know who you are. And Butterfingers, personally, because he's been one of my best friends the past couple months. And shout out Stevie from the Sesh because this was an awesome interview.
Hey.
Sorry, I kind of just like talked your guys' ear off, but
No, this is about, man. They want to hear the
yeah,
information. I don't
yeah,
know why
I
people
guess
always apologize when they come on here and talk to me. It's like, oh, I actually want you to sit here in silence, please.
right. All right, yeah, but shout out everyone.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. Suppy.Fb, Ryan, dude, thank you so much for coming on to the show, man. You're like you're already cemented into the scene with like the influence that you have, but you're also still coming up so hard that it's like exciting to see where you're gonna be in like the next year and stuff like that. So like, hopefully, I'm hoping to get you back on here, dude.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, and I would love to come back anytime. You just let me know.
All right, dude. I'm gonna let you go. All right.
All right.
Have a good
You
one.
have a good night.
Peace.
Yep. Later.
That was Suppy.Fb, our boy Ryan. Much love to that guy. Very passionate about the scene. Very passionate about fingerboarding. Very passionate about what's going on. It takes those type of people. And one thing I wanted to touch on, because I do realize that this is said a lot at the end. We always like, yo, at the end of the day, it's a toy, and as true and like awesome as that statement is, because you're not supposed to take it so serious that it's stressing you out, like in any sort of aspect of life. Like, it's not supposed to be like any like unpleasant feelings when you have fingerboarding or you're posting content or anything like that. Like, if you're too uptight about it, then there's no point in doing it. But I also like to make the point that, you know, like, get the game of football or the sport of football or the sport of baseball and all that stuff started out as a game too. I'm not saying that we're like gonna be that big ever, but like, it's okay to like take a passion seriously sometimes, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like where that passion of enjoying it comes from. Other than that though, it's just like, I really like hope everybody like gets something positive out of fingerboarding when they do it and they post content, and everybody that comes on the show and listens to the live or listens to the YouTube postings. Transitioning off that, please approach me about advertisements. I would love to get an RSS feed so I can start posting the sesh on actual iTunes as a podcast. That's kind of like what my next move would be. But of course, like RSS feeds and things like that, getting it like anchored into SoundCloud, or not SoundCloud. What's the word? iTunes is actually like something that costs money. So if you're a company that wants to get some like live advertisement, and of course it would perpetually play on the YouTube because it would be an advertisement on the podcast. Yeah, hit me up. I'm really trying to kind of solidify what this is, you know what I mean, and really push for this to become something real. Other than that though, shout out to everybody that gives it a listen. Shout out to everybody that likes and shares and pretty much reciprocates the love for this program. Shout out to everybody, a donut that came by, Chris Daniels, everybody that swings by, dude. Suppy for coming and chilling in the chat while he's doing his live interview. Commander Root, which I believe is your friend from that one time. All you guys in the chat, you guys are awesome. And of course, anybody else that's watching on the live player on my website, StevieHarkins.com/the-sesh. With that though, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, guys. I got work tonight, and I gotta get ready. So I'll see you guys later. Okay. Peace.